Hello, this is Anya Deva with Elemental Therapy, and today we have lots of energy in the room. Um, Today we will be talking about blocks in the root chakra and how they stand on your way of manifesting wealth, money, stability, and security in your life. Energetical blocks in the chakras correspond to neurological pathways in our brain. So as we repeat some behavior, like for 28 days, it becomes a habit. And then that habit, as we repeat doing it, becomes an automatic behavior. So now that neurological pathway is so easy that we automatically go that way whenever we're in a situation, right? So we respond without thinking. It's like, that's why it's called automatic behavior. And behaviors like this, they're kind of tricky because they tend to rule our life. It's when we are not in control of our decision, it's when we switch to that behavior without even knowing that we are now in responsive mode, right? We become reactive instead of creative. And it feels sometimes that despite of our strongest efforts, it's very difficult to get out of those patterns. And an interesting and a useful thing to do is to think where you have patterns in your life. Because just identifying a pattern like this could be a big step towards resolving it. It's a step towards your freedom. So what leads us to understanding that we have a pattern is an emotion. An emotion of fear or anger or sadness would arise in us in a certain situation, and if we follow that emotion to its source, then we can find the story that it's connected to, and then we can go travel to the place where that story began and kind of resolve it and let go of that story and then be free again. So one of the tools I'll discuss today is how to let go of that old stale energy that blocks the flow of abundance that always flowed towards us. And to receive the abundance, to receive the money, receive the wealth and stability in your life, all we need to do is to clear those blocks from the lower chakra, Muladhara, and then you would naturally be able to receive all that you want in your life and all that you deserve. Because truly, Earth is such an abundant place. In the depth of Earth, there's tremendous treasure. And just being the child of Earth, of Mother Earth, you are already entitled to your wealth and stability that it provides. So we just have to know that. If you feel that survival is a struggle, then it means that you do have some old stories that run your life that's not beneficial for you, and you do need to clear those blocks to make life more beautiful and easy and effortless. And the stories might not even be yours. They might be your parents' stories, they might be the story of your social class, to which you belong, and you truly feel that you belong to that class, or it can be the culture of the whole country. Manifestation of wealth, just like manifestation of anything you want in your life, happens only from the place of neutrality. It means that you're excited about creative process, but you're not attached to the results. And Bhagavad Gita states it very clearly. It says, work done with anxiety about results is far inferior to work done without such anxiety, in the calm of self-surrender. When you find yourself in a situation where you're about to win lots of money, make lots of money, or lose lots of money, and you start to feel this intense emotions like fear, or maybe you start to shake and you cannot control that shaking, right? That points in the direction that you do have blocks in your lower chakra, in the root chakra. It's a good thing because now you know that you need to clear that. And as soon as you clear that, then abundance will flow easily. because nothing is on the way. You don't filter abundance anymore. It just comes gushing in its original state, directly from the universe. I would like to share with you my personal story is when I was given a lottery ticket as a little gift. It's only $2. And I went to cash it, and in the moment of cashing it, I felt this jolt of fear and excitement. I was not in a neutral place, and I was very surprised because I thought, I don't care about winning, losing. It didn't matter to me. But at that moment, I had that emotion, and then because I know I become sort of like more conscious about my body because I practice the chakra work and energy work. I immediately noticed that, and I'm like, oh, I have a block. It's interesting. So now I went home. I didn't win anything, doesn't matter. But I went home and I asked myself where that fear came from. So I closed my eyes, I went to deep meditation, and I began to follow the fear. And it led me to my past, where I was about only 8 years old. And my mother sent me to the store. She gave me like equivalent of $20 to buy some groceries, like some bread and milk and some other stuff, I don't remember. But I lost the money on the way to the store. So I came to the store to buy the food, and I cannot find the money. I lost it. It was in the middle of the winter, lots of snow around. It was in Russia. And I was terrified, and I was so ashamed of myself, and I felt so bad about myself. It was a whole range of negative emotions, and I went back and I traced all my steps in snow, and I could not find that, 5 rubles. And 5 rubles was lots of money because her salary was only 80 rubles a month. So it was, pretty decent. Like you can buy the whole dinner for the family, right? So I felt terrible. I was back and forth looking for money. And then eventually I went home. It started to get really dark. I was scared and tired and hungry and terrified. Not of the punishment, but like of the guilt. This was like really deep guilt and fear. Because I lost that money. And I came home, and my mom was sad, of course, but it's not about how she felt, it's about how I felt and how much I punished myself. And somehow that emotion got stuck in me. And now I am comfortable around tens of thousands of dollars, but hundreds of thousands of dollars, I have that fear that blocks that flow to me. And so I realized that, oh my gosh, but that story is not true anymore. That story that I made for myself when I was 8 years old, that I was afraid to hold large amounts of money. And for me as a child, 5 rubles, like $20, was a large amount back then. So in my meditation, I relieved that fear, and I told myself, okay, that happened long time ago. That story is no longer true. And I kind of I was relieving the emotion of that intense fear and anxiety and guilt. And I was releasing all that energy from my lower chakra to the universe. And it's kind of was like, I was imagining myself and feeling myself, just letting go of that negative energy. And it just kind of went, and now I was free, and I breathed, and I felt lighter, and I felt just more calmer and more neutral about money. So keep noticing your emotions, keep healing. It's a fun process, and it will lead you to joy, wealth, love, and all the beautiful abundance of the universe. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click like. And if you subscribe to my channel, I will be honored. Thank you very much.